Hello guys, welcome to this training session. This is week 1, video 3, and I'll be teaching you or talking to you about using Google Analytics to track data. Data is very important for any digital marketer. No matter what you do, what sets you apart from a traditional marketer is because you have data at your hands, on your hands rather. And it's not only having data on your hands, you need to actually know how to interpret this data, what you need to do around this data, because once you have this, you can make guided decisions. You can make you can do stuffs guided by the data that you have gathered. And I hope you hear these things called, or this statement called, data is the new oil. Data is very good, and as a digital marketer, you need to yearn to get data. And not only yearn to get data, you need to yearn to understand data so you can better interpret it. So, and what better way than to use Google Analytics. So I'm going to tell you about Google Analytics today, how to navigate Google Analytics, and what you need to look out for on your Google Analytics. So first and foremost, let's go to Google. Let's type Google Analytics on Google. Yes, Google Analytics on Google sounds good. So click on Google Analytics. So guys, I already have an account, so I'm not going to go through the process of creating an account, but you can easily create an account for yourself. It is very easy. You really don't have to sweat it, and I can assure you that it's seamless, very seamless. So prior to the time that we talk about where or how to get what was it called, how to navigate, I'm going to show you where you're going to get your tracking code from that you need to send to your developer. Or if you have a WordPress website, in this case that you're creating a blog, you can just get a plugin that you can add the number to, your Google Analytics number, then it automatically tracks. So let me show you where to get your data from. Okay, so you get it from the property settings. So this is the number. This is the number that if you're using a plugin from WordPress, this is the number that you use. Then if you want to get the tracking that you can install on your website, this is where you get it from. You go to tracking info, you go to tracking code, and that way you can actually get that for yourself. So this is what you can use. You just need to copy this out and paste on your header of your website, and you're good to go. So basically that's how to get your code from Google Analytics. So how do you outrightly navigate Google Analytics to get good data for yourself? So let me take you back to the home page. The home allows you to actually Google actually tracks active users. I'm not going to show you. Sorry, I'm not showing you an active Google Analytics. I'm sorry. I needed to create a demo so that for the purpose of this class, because once anybody get access to your Google Analytics, they can mess around with your data, and I don't want that. So I'll just use a dummy analytics for you. So once your website is active, you can get a lot more data from it. So basically, this is where you get to see what is happening, like in real time, of your traffic. Sorry, it's here. Oh my, you get your real-time traffic here. So outrightly, if anybody is on your website, I think you can get your traffic from the home page too, but don't let me bore you with that. This is where you get your traffic almost visibly. Anybody that is active on your website, as you can see, you see the active number of active users on the site, you see where they're coming from, you see the source they're coming from, you see the keywords they used in locating you, you see the location, you see a lot of things. So this is outrightly helpful if you're running a campaign, or if you're driving traffic, if you're running an ad and you want to see if your ad is really working in real time. This is where you get all the information from. And you can see the location, you can see the traffic source, you can see the content in which they use in finding you, and etc, etc. So that's basically the first part. The real time is the first part of Google Analytics. As you can see, it's labeled in around 5: real-time, audience acquisition, behavior, and conversion. So let me just talk about the rest before we go in depth into them one after the other. The first one I talked about already, real time. The second one is the audience. The audience allow you to actually see, not this one is not in real time, but you see the number of users that you have accumulated over a period of time. So you can say that, okay, Google Analytics, I want to see the number of users that actually came to my website in June 2018, and you can streamline it to that portion, and Google Analytics will give you exact data in which you need to understand the type of people that actually came to your website at around that time. So basically, this is just giving you the idea. The audience part is giving you real knowledge data on who your audience are, who is visiting your website. You get to see a lot of stuff around overview, active users, and a lot more. So I'll cover that in a bit. Then the acquisition part is the part that actually tells you where these customers are coming from, or where these audience are coming from. So the first part, the audience actually tell you who your audience are. The second part actually tells you where your audience are coming from, and the third part, which is the behavior part, it is where it is how your customers are actually interacting with your website, what they are doing on your website, and this part allows you to actually understand what is really happening on your website, and how your users are using your website, or how your audience are using your website, and things you can learn from them, and which you can use to optimize your website. Then the last part is the conversion part. The conversion part allows you to see where people are actually falling off from your funnel, or where people are actually stopping. So for example, you want people to move from the home page to buying, to viewing a product cart, or to viewing a product description, then actually going to or adding it to the cart, then before they actually check out to make payment. But the goal is the payment, right? But you can track from the beginning, from the home page to when they actually make payment, and you see where a lot of people are actually falling off. For example, some people might just have to cart, and they will never come back again. So the goal is you want to see, okay, why are people not buying from me? If people are not buying from me, okay, where are they stopping? Are they stopping at the home page, or are they stopping at the product overview page, or are they stopping at the have to cart page? So if you understand where they are stopping, then that way you can actually say that, okay, maybe I need to make some iteration, or I need to make some changes on this part. So that's basically what the conversion is for, and I hope you do get what I'm saying. But it's a basic thing, just finding out where people are falling off, or trying to see how your website is actually converting into your goal. You understand? So now back to the audience. Let's see an overview of the audience. So now I can say that I want to see an overview of what my audience is like. So like I said, this is a dummy site, so you might not be seeing any numbers here, but basically you can say that, okay, Google Analytics, I want to see people that came to my website from 1st of May to 31st of May 2019, and I can just click apply, and the data that is going to show me is basically going to be around people that actually visited my website, the amount of time they spent on my website, the number of pages they viewed, and if they actually stayed a while on my website. Then I can actually see, I can still compare, I can still keep Google. I want to see, or Google Analytics, I want to see what happened between April and May. I want to actually be able to look at what people are doing, or where people are coming from, or how many people came to my website around this time, and comparing to the previous month. And basically, once you click apply, you get to see every details of what you are looking for. So basically, you can see the demographics, like what's their age range, what's the age range, their gender, and what they're interested in, their location, where they're coming from, the language, you can see location, then the behavior. You can see if they are new or returning customer, or if the amount of time that they really frequent your website, and the engagement rate. You can see the technology, you can see the browser and OS they use, you can see the network they are using to browse to get to your to get to your website. You can see the number, or you can see their mobile devices, you can see the user flow. You can get in-depth information or in-depth data on what your customers or what your audience are doing on your website. And this tool is free. It's so like amazing, like such a good tool, can be free of charge. Google, thank you. So the acquisition part is the overview, is the part where I said that you want to know where your customers are coming from. So for example, you can see top channels. Okay, let me see if I can just show a little bit of data here. So I want to show data, but you get to see where people are actually interacting with your website. Okay, so let's try this. So acquisition, let's see an overview of where people are coming from for this website. So as you can see that people are coming more from social than direct. It means that people are outrightly typing your link into their browser and coming to your website. And if you see organic speed, it means that people are actually finding you on Google search. If you see referral, it means that people are coming from other websites to actually visit your website. And if you see paid search, it's because people are coming from Google paid search to visit your site. And you can scroll down and dive deeper into where they're coming from and how they're finding you. And basically, this is using Google Ads, this is using Search Console, social, and likes. So then the behavioral part, like I said, is to try to understand how your customers are actually behaving towards your website. It means that how they are engaging with your website, what is really happening with them. So for example, you can tell where this contents that they top contents that bring them to the site. You can tell the speed of the site. You can see that unique page views, the bounce rates on the page, and this is the like I said, sorry, this is the, let me take that back. I just clicked on something. So just a second. Okay, so this is the home page, and it means that the home page is where people are actually finding you the most. Like that's where they are landing on the most, and that is basically how they are finding, or that's the first page that they actually got on to reach your website. Then you can check the site speed, you can check the site search, you can that means if you have a search portal on your website, you can actually see what people are actually searching for on your website, and that way you can actually make good decision. So for example, let's say you're a junior, for example, and you have this setup, I mean the site search setup. When people search for, let's say, Gioni phones, for example, and you know, a lot of people are searching for Gioni phones, but you might not know. But once you come to this part, you will get to see that people are actually searching for Gioni phones, and that way, if you don't have it in your store, you can add it to your store. If you have it in your store, you make it more visible to people, or you know, if the website is not loading fast, you let it load fast. I mean that page exactly, that the page that accommodates the Gioni, if it's not loading fast, you get to actually, you know, make it load quicker. And those are the things that you can do with the site search part. And you know, basically it's kind of easy. And I don't want to bore you with this, but the more you use it, the more you get to understand what Google Analytics has in stock. And the last part is the conversion part. Like I said, you can create your goal. You can create that, okay, I want people to download a PDF on my website, and you know, you can calculate from, okay, this is the step they will take before they get to downloading the website and the PDF. So for example, let's say you want them to download a PDF, and they'll first land on a landing page, which is your home page. And that's where they click on that, they go to where the information of whatever PDF you have, and they fill in their names and they download the PDF. So you want to, like, okay, if people are filling in their names and they are not downloading the PDF, maybe you want to fix maybe the PDF is not downloadable. You understand? So maybe you want to fix that. Or people are seeing the PDF description, but they are not putting in their details. Maybe you need to tweak in some stuff. Maybe you need to change headings. Maybe you need to change a lot of things to actually get people to give you their email. So it's just a goal. So, and you can now track, okay, where people are actually falling off. If people are why are people not, so you begin to ask questions. Why am I not reaching my goals? Why are people not downloading my PDF? And you begin to study little by little to actually see what you can do to increase conversions on your goals. Then the e-commerce part is to check out if you're owning e-commerce, this is very, very good. When it's switched on, you need to actually activate this. If it's activated, Google Analytics tracks the number of conversions, number of money that you have made over a period of time. It then tracks the number of order per value, and a whole lot of things like that. Then the multi-channel funnels is just building multiple funnels to actually see where people are falling off in different places. So basically, this is how Google Analytics work. You can then, over time, once data get to form on your analytics, then you can get deeper and deeper into it. So for example, let me just show you something quickly. Let's say content. I want to see the pages. I want to see all the pages that people are using to find me. Like I said, it was just what I explained before. People are actually reaching the home page to find me. So I can check page title. I can say, okay, I want to see people. I just want to see the title. You can see if it anything back. So basically, it's just how to what's it called? It's just how to use this is how to use Google Analytics. It is that simple. So I hope you have been able to understand everything here. So refer to your manual if you need to. You can combine the use of your manual and this together, and I promise you are on your way to be the best digital marketer that you can be. Have a good